What is up, everybody? It's Hunter Twisdale, and we are live with my man.
Heath Griffin, what up?
Today's episode is a must listen because something huge just hit the market. And I mean real time stuff that's shaking gold and silver, but also stocks and investors' psychology.
Yeah, if you thought the rally in precious metals was the year, you're going to want to hear this.
All right, let's dig in. So here's a quick snapshot of what happened today. Okay. So U.S. stocks came out firing. The Dow Jones gained over 500 points, and the S&P kept near record territory, and the NASDAQ pushed higher too. Bulls were back in control.
Right, that's big. But get this, gold and silver are not following that trend. In fact, both metals have continued to slide after last week's historic move.
The big catalyst? U.S. President Donald Trump just announced Kevin Warsh as his pick for the next Federal Reserve chair, and markets reacted fast.
The big catalyst, US President Donald Trump, like him or hate him, just announced Kevin Warsh as his pick for next Federal Reserve chair.
I just said that.
Exactly. Warsh has a reputation as someone who takes inflation seriously and may keep interest rates higher for longer. That tends to make non-yielding assets like gold and silver less attractive in the short term.
So here's what we're seeing right now, okay? Gold pulled back after record rallies, dipping from highs above 5,500, but still sitting above typical historical prices. But silver, incredibly volatile with prices oscillating and still way above where they were a year ago, even after a huge drop like we just recently saw.
It feels almost like a reset after the crazy rally. And traders who were heavily leveraged and hit hard as the margin requirements changed and volatility spiked.
The rally in stocks, even while gold and silver wobble, tell us something important. Investors are shifting back into risk assets. Some of that is because the solid economic data and optimism around corporate earnings.
Well, it kind of makes sense. If traders think rates won't be cut aggressively, cash and yields look better. So stocks can get a bump while metals cool.
Yeah, but here's something crucial. Despite the short-term drop, gold and silver are still trading at historically high levels compared to past cycles. They're not going back to pre-2025 numbers ever again.
Remember, we're talking about markets that went on an unpredicted run driven by inflation concerns, geopolitical tensions, and people hunting for hedges. That doesn't disappear overnight.
So, what should everyone be paying attention to right now? Well, continued U.S. economic data on jobs and inflation. Any further commentary from the Fed, especially Warsh, once confirmed, and whether the dollar keeps strengthening, that hurts commodities.
And for those of you in precious metals, this volatility isn't unusual after huge spikes. Sometimes pullbacks reset markets for the next leg up. Cha-ching!
Yes, hold on.
Awesome!
Yeah!
So, if you're listening and thinking about what your next move is, don't panic sell or FOMO buy. Use today's volatility to think strategically.
Exactly. Subscribe, drop us your questions, and we'll dive deeper into big moves next episode.
So, biggest thing that we got going on right now is gold and silver took a massive hit. But what does this massive hit mean for the typical gold and silver buyer? It's definitely not to sell. If you sell at this, you're stupid. No offense, but that's not wise.
You're probably just scared.
Yep. So right now I mean, they gave us a second chance to really get our hands on some more gold and silver before it, like we said a second ago, takes the next leg up.
It's definitely going to happen. It's always happened in situations like this. It's I'm so tired of hearing people say that gold and silver are volatile.
Mhm.
It's not the validity of gold, the volatility of gold and silver at all. It has to do with cash and the fact that we just keep printing more and more and more of it. Not only that, all these BRICS nations that no longer need it to trade to get oil, right? They don't need those dollars for that. So, but they still have them. They've been buying our debt for a long time now, and they have a stockpile of them. So what they're trying to do is dump them back onto us. So it's only going to get more interesting, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually spoke with a lot of people today. One individual said that gold and silver is going to drop to zero. What are your thoughts on that, Heath?
Oh yeah, go to zero. Yeah, that can absolutely never happen. I just it didn't make any sense. I really know that the guy he's smarter than that. He was just trying to rally rile us up, you know. But just to think about that, he said, as soon as they open silver mines back up, oh, it's gonna drop. Price is gonna plummet. It doesn't make any sense because we have far less silver than we're gonna need fr from here going forward. And if they do when they do open up silver mines, that takes a lot of money and time and energy, and all that is also going to be a driving force that increases the price of silver, pushing it hopefully back to where it's supposed to be, closer to 15 to 1 or higher is what I'm hoping. 15 to 1 with gold. So,
Yep. I mean, the 15 to 1 thing is a huge deal, and that's what they've always based silver off of. But that was back in the 1900s when they didn't use silver as much as they do today for industrial purposes. So that's just the monetary value for the 15 to 1, 15 gold, silver being one. So monetarily, it should be 15 to 1. But when you start adding industrial into the mix,
it could be
it's
way higher.
it could be 1 to 1, it could be 1 to 15 instead of 15 to 1. We don't know what it's gonna do. We just know that it's got a long way to go.
Lot of potential, lot of massive potential growth.
Mhm.
So, don't he said you might be stupid if you sell and you don't need to. I know some people have a need and that's what
Mhm.
gold and silver's for. So,
It's good insurance.
if you need to sell, there's one place that you're gonna get the very best price for it, and that's what we're trying to come here and tell you.
It's
People li
it's the pawn shop down the street, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, definitely
oh,
not. You
huh.
couldn't even sell, well, they may buy it from you for 20 bucks. An ounce of silver, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna say, "Oh, it's about to fall back out," "I remember when this happened when Hunt's brothers did it in the '80s." It's a completely different story
Yeah,
nowadays.
that's not even close to. So for those wondering what Heath's talking about with the Hunt brothers, so silver and gold both hit a massive drop back in the '80s, but what happened right before that that would have caused that to happen? Hmm. Oh, we left the gold standard. So everybody who recently had gold and silver, they heard that we left the gold standard, like, oh, gold and silver must be worthless. Let's go ahead and put our money into different assets. That's why gold and silver dropped then. That is a once in a billion year type deal. That's not a thing. It doesn't happen like that all the time. Gold and silver do not just plummet. They've gone down. Sure, they've gone 20% down or so, but they're still up 40% for the year, outperforming everything else. So is it really a hit? No,
No, no.
not at all.
A dip, maybe a dip. I mean, it went up 200% last year,
Let's just
60% in January, and then it kinda slid back a little smidge, a little 20%, 20% from 260. That means it's still up 240.
40%.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Even in the past month, dude, I mean, it has went up. So if you didn't even look anything in between and you looked at from uh Jan sorry, so this end of December, so December 29th to today, you still see a massive growth from like 60 something dollars or maybe it's in the 70s by then, I don't know, but now it's in the 85s, 86 range. You're still not going to be upset with that growth, but people aren't looking at it in that light. They're like, "Well, it did this. Look at this drop." Okay, but look what it did before the drop. It still gained even after the drop. You still had more gains than any other asset you could have put your money into.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a no-brainer, guys. Look at it over the course of history. It's just now that we have a way to do it as average Americans, there's no reason why we shouldn't.
Nope.
So we're gonna come on here and we're gonna tell you guys over and over that there is a way. Even then, when people laugh and they say, "Would you like to buy dealer direct, the same price that the dealer gets?" That's what we sell it for.
Yeah.
And then when you have to liquidate, you get over spot. And they're like, "Oh yeah, and I'll sell you some beachfront property in Arizona too." You know, no guys, it's for real.
To give you an idea of how powerful what we have is, I am in several gold and silver groups on Facebook, just people who also collect gold and silver because I like to keep up with people that are like minded. And I posted in there, hey, is there anybody that knows of a company that sells their gold and silver at dealer direct pricing, like, or and will buy it back instantly over spot? And I kid you not, every single one of those groups, they laughed me out of it, and they're like, "That sounds fishy. That's not a thing. What do you want? You want me to sell you a magic bean too?" Like all of this hateful stuff, and I'm just like, some guy kept calling me sus, whatever that means.
Sus.
I'm like, I'm sus because I know about a company that does exactly what you think is impossible.
That's super sus, dude.
Yeah, that's super sus. How dare you try to help people, you sus person? I mean, it's to to look at it in that perspective, people don't even realize that what we have is available, is an actual thing. People always have done it this the old archaic way, and they're getting screwed over because of that. We found a way to help the average person get their hands on gold and silver at as little as a dollar and to actually sell it back more than what it's actually worth at the time of selling it. So that's that. I mean, it's unheard of in our industry whatsoever. You I would love if someone in the comments is who's watching this can find another company that does that. Because
If you do, tell us about it. We'd love to know all about that. That'd be amazing.
yeah,
We haven't seen anything in comparison to what we have. Eh,
no,
so,
and I've looked I've
we
looked a
look,
lot.
and we look every day. We compare, uh, but yeah, this is it, guys. Don't sit on this. Get the info that you need. We're here. Call me 870-447-5018, or you can call that guy if you want, you
No,
know.
don't call him. Call me 901-403-2293, or you can actually click the link in the description, and that's our website. That's pretty cool. We got our own website.
It is. It's awesome.
We actually have our own website. There's a lot of cool information on there, a lot of fun videos to check out. If you don't know anything about gold and silver and you haven't watched any of my videos before, okay, that's fine. You're missing out. But check our website out because there's also some cool videos on there that they even dumb it down to like the kid level because there's cartoon ones with the Tuttle twins and they're the bomb diggity when it comes to explaining that kind of stuff.
It helped me. I'm not gonna lie. I've
Yeah.
been looking at it for 3 years, and then I saw them explain it, and like, "Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's how inflation works.
you know what? I'm gonna really start buying more and more and more of this."
Yeah, right. So yeah, go check that website out. Um, that's gonna be dreambuildersassets.com. And yeah,
And get the book.
get the book,
The book is good.
The Faithful Steward. I need to add that on the website so people can look at it.
You didn't put that there?
I need to do that.
He's gonna
Yeah.
do that.
I'm gonna do that right now. Like
Right on.
right now.
Y'all have a great night. We're gonna see you next time.
Yep. We need to exit music like.